Hello and welcome back to the monthly favorites video. Ignore what's going on right now because I have recorded this video already. In fact, I recorded it yesterday in my car, but all of the files corrupted as I was editing it, so we're back again, recording, this time from my room. This is what I get for trying to be creative and recording in my car and then things not working out. So here we are back again in my room for a monthly favorites. This is going to be March. I did little to no planning slash keeping track of March. It was an incredibly long and slow month, which is not a bad thing because I could like breathe and sleep, rest, because I'm blaming daylight savings time, but like the amount I was just staying up till 3 a.m. every single day, diabolical. We'll be diving straight into it, starting with clothing and beauty. I didn't really have any clothing favorites, in fact, on a clothing buying ban because I have too many clothes that I don't wear and I need to purge my closet, and I'm not going to buy clothes until I assess what I have, what I want to keep, and what I want to donate or just get rid of before buying new clothes. I am very much a maximalist, if you can't tell from my background and the things that I have. I'm trying to cut back on things that I don't need. Clothing wise, don't really have any favorites other than, everyone say it with me, the itaj sweater that I have been religiously wearing because it is very warm and I refuse to wear my jacket. Even though I should, I know I should. It lives in my car right now in case I need it, but I don't want to wear it. So I've been wearing the itaj sweater consistently for the past 3 months. It is what it is. Maybe my clothing favorite would be my single pair of jeans, like jean pants, because Chris requested that I take a photo specifically on my bed using my tripod. I did a photo shoot with it while on the phone with Jasmine, and then printed out a photo and slid it to her as she was cosplayed as Sue Sylvester, which is crazy in itself, but that's what happened. That's all I can tell you. Maybe I'll insert the sticker of said photo that Jasmine keeps reacting to text messages with, so that might be my clothing favorite. Beauty wise, moisturizer. I've been so incredibly dry. Anything to moisturize my lips. This one, I don't know if I included it in a favorites video previously, but this is the LANEIGE LANEIGE lip sleeping mask in the flavor slash scent peach iced tea that Jasmine gave to me for my birthday, and I feel like a little goes a long way. I have that one as well as the pink one somewhere up here, and then also this moisturizer right here, the Bioré UV Aqua Rich Weightless Moisture with SPF 50. I don't necessarily use SPF. Don't kill me in the winter time because like the sun's not there, so it's not really harming me, right? But now that the sun is out, I'm back on my SPF moisturizing grind, and so this has been really good now that the sun is out more, even though it's still pretty cold. So yeah, those are clothing and beauty. Maybe in accessories, I finally got my hands on a Baggu, the Baggu medium crescent bag, mostly because it has zippered pockets and I want to be rocking this around Europe, and zippered pockets for like my passport and cash and stuff will be very important. If you want to what's in my bag, I will do it because I have so many things in this bag. So yeah, let me know Baggu. So obsessed. Like, I still ride or die for my Uniqlo Crescent bag, and it is still so good to me. But that one fits so much in it, including my little iPad mini right here. It has been so good to kind of like bring around with me. I don't have to bring my laptop with me everywhere, and I'm excited to take it around Europe and read manga on it. That's like the basic thing. And I've been using it to fulfill a commission for my friend for an event that my friends have planned for later this year, which I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about yet. That has been really nice to work with. I love my drawing pad and I use it all the time, but this is really nice to kind of just see exactly what I'm drawing. So yeah, it's so nice. And I may or may not have scammed an old man into giving me like $300 off because I'm very convincing on Facebook Marketplace. What can I say? Moving into moments, this month, like I said, was pretty slow, and I think a lot of it was due to the fact that I didn't have a lot planned, mostly to save money because my trip is coming up and I want to be able to have money to buy trinkets. So if I sacrifice going out to eat or going to a concert for this month and half of next month, then more budgets for Pop Mart and Jellycats in Europe, you know what I mean? So top of the month was when my tire popped. I think I mentioned it last month, but what a scary experience for your tire to pop while you're driving on the highway. But also hilarious that this month felt so long that I forgot that that happened. I like forgot that that happened this month, or like in the month of March. I thought that happened like 3 months ago. And I was kind of shaken up for like the week after, constantly like looking out to see like while I'm driving, is something going to happen? But then I got over it and I've been driving ever since and everything is chill now. But crazy looking back at these photos and thinking like, whoa, that happened. Right after that, hung out with Abby and Jem. We watched this like really awful Tubi movie that I don't even remember the name of, and you don't need to either, so don't worry about that. Then I went to Chris's, who lives like very close to Abby, so I like walked to Chris's house. We hung out, talked about wedding stuff, because I have 2 weddings coming up, possibly a third, but like 2 weddings, and Izzy is getting married, and so we were just talking about Pinterest and ideas, and it was really nice. We also watched the Miley Cyrus So Undercover spy movie, which I don't know if it aged well. It is of its time for sure. Entertaining nonetheless. We also had Korean food, and I baked cookies and brought them over, and it was very delightful. After that, it was my mom's birthday, so we took her to dinner and then cut the cake and stuff, which was really, really sweet. Not long after that, I want to say that I went on like a coffee date with Jem, and we like caught up, even though we like just saw each other, but hey, always fun to hang out with her. And I was on my period, and my period hit me like so hard emotionally. So like the week before, week of, week after, I was an emotional wreck and was crying the entire time. And so at this coffee shop, I was crying and she was kind of like laughing at me, but we got through it together, and it was so lovely to see her. Like, we talk every day, but seeing in person is so much better. Then lives were changed, y'all. BTS released new music after so long. After so long. I am unwell. I'm unwell, and Arirang it's so good. It's so good, and that's all I've been listening to. And I'll talk more about it in the music section, but lives were changed. Lives were truly changed. And I love BTS. I love so much. No words. I am an Arirang-holic, and I will continue listening to this album and watching the music videos and all the things until the concert in August. So prepare to be sick of me. sick of me listening to BTS. I think the last moment of the month is Jasmine's birthday, which was so fun. I went over a day early before the party to hang out, to kind of help prep stuff, body double, and run errands. And then I joined my sister-in-law for a party that she was going, like a family party to support her. And then right after that party, which I made a fool of myself twice by spilling drinks on myself twice, once at the beginning of the party and once at the end of the party. And when I say I'm clumsy, like my sister-in-law's cousin was just like, Anissa, again? And I went, I don't know how this happened. After that, Jasmine and I decided to go to a late night showing of like a movie, because we both love movies and it's one of our favorite things to do together. And we saw Ready or Not 2. And I think this one is even like funnier and crazier with how, if you know the movie, then you know. I saw Elijah Wood promoting it on like Last Meals and with Brittany Broski, so I was kind of excited to see this one, and it was a fun ride. After the movie was done, we walked ourselves over to the Denny's that was in the same plaza, and she got free breakfast for dinner, because one thing Jasmine loves is breakfast for dinner. Slept, woke up, got ready, picked up the cake, which is the most gorgeous DQ cake I've ever seen. I didn't know that they made cakes like this. Jasmine loved it. We then went skating, which was one of the two options that she had, was either to go skating or bouldering. I prefer bouldering, but also my nails are too long right now to be doing any kind of rock climbing, because I have ripped off a nail bouldering before, because I do like it. It's just I can only do it when my nails are short. And then ice skating, because these are the two eras that Jasmine is currently in. I would say two, but she's skiing, figure skating, bouldering, violin, so many hobbies. She is my friend with the most hobbies, but figure skating was the choice. She rented out a rink, and then we, her friends, our friends, we all like got together, we were skating. I fear for my bones always, because I didn't grow up figure skating or skating. I'm just scared that I'm going to break something, and I would be less apprehensive if I didn't have a trip coming up, and like she's gonna be on that trip, and I would hate if I had a broken ankle or knee or leg, having to walk around or be on a plane like that. So yeah, talk to me in like a time when I'm not traveling and I can break a bone and be fine, and then I will be less cautious of ice skating. But all in all, a fun time. I was out on the ice for like maybe 15 to 20 minutes of the 2 hours, encouraged by our friend Amanda, who is also learning, but she was very encouraging, and really got me out on the ice. Insert the very sad video of Izzy holding my hand to get me across the ice so we could take a group photo together, but lovely nonetheless. After that, headed back to Jasmine's to open presents. She opened so many of my cursed gifts, and that was so fun. And she forced us to watch Glee. I also didn't mention, but Chris did show up as Sue Sylvester, which is a character from Glee, knowing that Jasmine, who is the biggest Gleek I know. Overall, such a fun party. On to books. I read like 1.5 books this month. The first book I read was called, I believe, I Want to Die, but I Want to Eat, but I also want to eat Tteokpokki, like Korean rice cakes. And this is by a Korean author, and it was translated to English. I didn't enjoy, I wouldn't say I didn't enjoy it. No, I didn't enjoy it. It was a memoir which documented a conversation between a woman and her therapist as she's dealing with depression. And there are some lines in there that I really did resonate with, but the conversation just felt so mundane, and there was no change in her character or growth. Not entertaining enough for me to like it. Okay, 2 quotes that stuck with me from this book, which I rated a 2.5 out of 5, which is not bad, but not good. Just in the middle. The first one is, I wonder about others like me who seem totally fine on the outside but are rotting on the inside, where the rot is a vague state of being not fine and not devastated at the same time. Which is very real, like, at least to me. And yeah, I don't know, It's too real. It's too real. The last one is I don't change myself. That's why the same problem keeps coming up. And I understand. The second one I read was Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. And I usually really like Emily Henry books. I like the writing style and I like the stories that she creates. This one I think I was disappointed in, only because with a title like Great Big Beautiful, I expected it to be this like whirlwind of a story, but it also felt a little mundane. I still really like the story and I really like the resolutions to it, but it was a little predictable. And I will say that there's a twist in the book that I predicted very, very early on, and it was validating to see the results, but I was like, ugh, I hate that it was also predictable. I wish it captured me or captivated me a little bit more. So I give it a 3 out of 5. Not the worst, but still entertaining. Movies that I watched, which I also documented in the newsletter, ones that stood out to me. So Undercover, the Miley Cyrus one that I talked about. I watched Frankenstein and really enjoyed that one, the one with Jacob Elordi and Oscar Isaac, who I know from like Dune as the Dune Daddy, as well as in that Star Wars movie where he was either Finn or Poe. I don't know, but I did read fan fiction about Finn and Poe together and reblogged a bunch of stuff on Tumblr, even though I'd never seen the movie, because I'm nothing if not a shipper who does not care about the content, just the ship. I started watching the Fast and Furious series, which is the new series that my brother and I have chosen as our movie marathon after Lord of the Rings. And I didn't realize how long it's been since I'd seen these movies, but like they're actually really good. And despite what everyone says about the third one, I still really enjoyed it. We watched the first 3 in March, and I had completely forgotten that Vin Diesel is not in the second one at all. That's crazy. Watched the sequel to 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple, and Cook from Skins, who's in it. I don't remember what his name is, but he's Cook from Skins. He is absolutely insane, and the whole movie is such a trip, but seeing Cillian Murphy at the end for like the last 5 minutes made everything worth it. And I'm very excited to see where they take the series, because I adored 28 Days Later, like the original movie, so really excited to see what happens next. I watched the Jennifer Lawrence Rob Pat movie called Die My Love, and that one tore me apart. It tore me apart, and it was also like incredibly hard to watch. I had so much secondhand embarrassment for the main character, and it's not her fault. She's like going through postpartum depression, and it's rough, and she doesn't know how to control herself and is very impulsive, and it's a really hard watch, but it is very real, and I cried. The acting is so good, the visuals are so good, but my toes were curled from how embarrassed I was watching it, or the secondhand embarrassment. Like the TV shows of it all, I watched all 5 seasons of Only Murderers in the Building, the Selena Gomez, Steve Martin, and that other guy show. At first I was like, oh, this is cringe, I don't like it. And then I binged all of it because I was like, this is crazy, unhinged, and bingeable, even if it is a little cringe and insane. But the fact that they had so many guest stars just blows my mind. Like Logan Lerman, you're actually joking. Didn't really watch anything else. I started watching a couple of things like Tell Me Lies, and I want to say other shows that I saw on Netflix, but sadly didn't continue them. But apparently Only Murders in the Building was good enough for me to binge all 5 seasons, so I don't know what to tell you. Manga and anime. In the anime realm, I haven't watched like anything. I think I started watching like 2 series other than One Piece, and then just didn't continue, unfortunately. I am officially out of time, and the One Piece baby has caught up to me, because I think right now the One Piece baby is at 809 as of recording this, and I'm on 816. So I need to watch at least like 300 episodes next month, or this month I should say, so that I don't have to watch it for another, wait, if I watch 300 episodes I'm basically caught up, which is crazy. Maybe I'll watch like 100 or 200 episodes, get a little caught up, and surpass the baby. That baby is like, I don't know if you know that like slug that follows you, and it's, if the slug touches you, you die, and you're just like, well, it's a slug, so I can outrun it, I can like do whatever, but then you're sleeping and then it comes and touches you and you die. That is the One Piece baby. I'm acting way too casual. And it will catch up to me and take over. So I need to get back to watching One Piece. Manga wise, I've been reading all of the ones that I usually do, including like Feel My Benefit, Jinx. The Jinx chapters are currently breaking my heart. Like, it's good character growth and everything, but crazy. What else has been uploading? Honey Bear, Under the Oak Tree. We're at a very, very like saddening part, and it is soul crushing. I don't want to talk about You Are My World because that one's making me angry. All of the other ones that I have previously talked about have been uploading because their seasons are out. I did start 3 new manga series, the first one being Born as the Daughter of a Lowly Concubine. That one, I ate it up. Certain things happen, you're like, they're not gonna do that, they're not gonna kill the brother, and then he dies and you're like, what? Well, the author really did that. High stakes, super high stakes, but like the artwork is beautiful and the story is easy to follow, so I really enjoyed that one. Second one is a vampire one called A Lovely Meal, and I've been enjoying that one. And then Brothers Without a Tomorrow released a new series called Blossoms of the White Night, and that one is beautiful and heartbreaking, and Brothers Without a Tomorrow always know how to soul crush you, so scared but excited because their artwork is absolutely gorgeous. I gave myself a soft goal of reading less manga than I did last year, because last year I think I hit around like 240 completed and like started reading new series. I checked today, or like yesterday when I was doing this. Tell me how I'm already at 200. We're 3 months in. That means for the next 9 months I can only read 40 new ones, and that's impossible. So I failed that goal, unfortunately. So stay tuned to see how many I complete / start reading for 2026, because it's definitely going to be more than 240, I'll tell you that. Next category is music. It's just BTS. It's just BTS Arirang. Started the month listening to the new Harry Styles album in order to really like get a hold of it, and I've been listening to a lot of TikTok Chinese music, and you're gonna be like, Anissa, what does that mean? It's like, bonk, you are now Chinese. And I guess I am, because now I'm listening to random traditional Chinese songs. I've been listening to Dark Eyed Sailor from the Wuthering Heights soundtrack. It's the only song that I really like from there. Edge of Great, Julie and the Phantoms, incredible. Crooked by G-Dragon, because I keep on seeing edits that he has liked of people dancing and singing to the song. Mirror Mirror by Millie, because she is actually incredible on Show Me the Money, like the newest season. I love her and she's incredible. She's also ARMY and she's been posting about BTS, so that's really, really fun. Yuki Chiba, Annyeonghaseyo. I think it's a Japanese song, but it features like Korean words. I haven't looked at the translation at all, but I just think the sound of it is really nice. All of the BTS Arirang album, which is so good, guys, which is so good. It's just incredible. They're back to their rapping roots. Not that they ever left it, but this one more so. And I watched the return like concert Netflix live stream with Abby, and just like screamed and fangirled the entire time because it was so good. I don't have any other words than it is so good. Favorite songs would be anything from the first half, and then anytime Yoongi is singing, like Animals. I'm feeling completely normal about this and calm and okay. Other media, tell me how I forgot that at the beginning of this month I was watching everything to do with Resident Evil Requiem. I completely forgot that that took over my life for at least like 2 weeks, and it's so good. And I'm still watching Foosley, or like Leslie Fu, stream it with Albert, I think, and it's really good. I will watch Leon Kennedy in any font, any prescription, any variation of people playing this game just for Leon. So yeah, Resident Evil Requiem, so good. I really enjoyed it, and that consumed me for so long. Unfortunately, right after that, all of the tip to tip content came out, which is Ludwig Ahgren and Michael Reeves, their dual trip in which they are going from the bottom of China to the top of China, the tip to the tip, and that has consumed me. As of recording this now, they have finished, and they actually made it, and I could cry because of how much following this journey was. It was so fun to see it kind of like update in not real time, but as it was coming out, and just being so excited for them to progress. And I really enjoyed this one. I loved their Japan one, and the one in China was just so good. Every time they were like Erin Haktua. It's just so good. And now we know the cardinal directions in Mandarin, which is Bei, Nan, Shi, Dong, which Ludwig explained as Bei, like if you're in the middle of China, Bei is Beijing, which is north, so Bei is north. Nan, because India is below China and they have Nan there, so Nan is south. She is west or left because she left me, and Dong is east or right because it hangs to the right, so Dong. Bei, Nan, Shi, Dong, and that's how I know it now, unfortunately. Julian Hotel, I don't know, picking up terrible Chinese spoken to by two, I wouldn't say white men, but because Michael Reeves, isn't he like Filipino or half at least, but Ludwig for sure, a white man. So that has been hilarious to keep up with. Jetlag the game came out with their newest season, and that one is taking place in Taiwan, so go watch it. That one's still airing. The newest episode just came out today, and it makes me want to go back to Taiwan so incredibly badly. Random favorite is this adorable card that Abby's husband Raph gave to me. We did like a pack unboxing last week, so maybe that's for April, but I just wanted to show you how cute this card is, and it's incredible. He gave me two versions of it, the shinier version, the holo version, and the regular version, so that I could put the regular version in my journal, and then I could keep this one as well. So yeah, that brings us to the end. Thank you for watching this incredibly scuffed episode since I had to re-record it. Yeah, leave a star emoji in the comment section if you've made it this far and listened through. I'm going to start editing this now, and I promise to keep me accountable. I promise to actually record things in my monthly faves board, so I don't forget anything. But that's it. Thank you for watching.